going on, guys? It's John again. Yeah, it's been a while. Just been too busy working and doing stuff with the family and stuff, but today's not going to be as fun video as normal. Today I'm taking my car back down to Auto Effects to take out all the BMR suspension. I've had it. I can't handle the noises it's making. It's been replaced. It's been under warranty. They were good. They sent me the new parts out at no cost and everything else, but it's making the noise again, and I can't deal with it. So I'm getting it taken out. So it's going down to Hamilton today. It's no longer going to be sitting on 2 inches of drop. It's actually going to be raised up 1 inch, and the suspension is coming out. The stock stuff's going back in, and hopefully that will get rid of the squeaky noise and clunking that I keep getting, because it takes the fun away from driving the car. This is a pretty crappy view of light in here. Let me turn the lights on in here. When you're driving the car around and it's constantly squeaking and clunking and everything else, and the car looks like this, like it's a good looking car, but then when you've got it sounding like it's an old rust bucket or a car from the demolition derby, it takes the fun away from it. And I don't enjoy driving the car when it's constantly making noises. Weirdly enough, it doesn't make the noises when it's cold, and I got the AC on in my shop, so when you pull the car out of the garage, it's cold, makes no noise at all, probably for about the first 20 minutes, but on the hot summer days, especially right now we're in a heat warning, it eventually starts coming back, and then it's just there until the car gets cold again. And then every bump you hit, it's squeaking, it's clunking, and it's, weirdly enough though, it's only in the passenger side. It's always only ever been in the passenger side. It hasn't done it in the driver's side. You know what? No, I think it did do it in the driver's side last time, but it's the passenger side this time nevertheless. So yeah, they're taking the H&R 2 inch drop springs out. Sorry, am I talking like stupid here? Taking the H&R springs out, and we're gonna be putting in, I believe it's Eibach 1 inch drop. So it'll still have a little nicer stance over stock, but it's definitely not gonna be slam like it is right now. So anyway, let me get the car pulled out of the garage and get started on my day. It is a shame though, because I really do love the way the suspension looks. This thing is actually a huge pain in the butt to drive. My driveway's got a bit of a downgrade to it when I go to get on the road, so the car scrubs a lot. That's a pain. Underground parking, when the floor transitions from different levels, I scrape. I can't go over speed bumps all that well, so it's not practical to drive either. Looks killer, but like the stance on this thing is just wild. But I'm constantly scraping. Something's gonna get damaged one day, and heaven forbid I run over a squirrel or a fucking chipmunk, because I know the front end's not as low as the sides, which does bother me, but I still can't go over anything. And the front is what scrapes going in and out of my driveway. Like my license plate bracket is destroyed from scraping going in and out of my driveway, because that down there, it slopes. You can't really see it in the picture, but it's slow, or in the video, it does slope into the road. It sucks. So this will be the last time the car is on my channel lowered this low. I'm hoping the 1 inch raise won't be that bad and still looks good. But yeah, that's where we're at with that. All right, well, I'm in the car, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear this or not, but I'll roll the windows down so you can hear a scrub when I'm cutting out of my driveway. right there. Did you hear that? Oh, and again. And that's the biggest part of reason that I'm getting rid of the 2-inch drop, as well as the clunk, because I said at the end of the day, I can't handle that at all. So that'll be gone for sure with the stock stuff back in it. Yeah, it won't handle quite as good as it does now, because it handles like a freaking Indy car with all the suspension work I got in this thing, and it looks really good, but I just can't handle it anymore. So I'm gonna go to my shop and toss it up on the hoist. I'm gonna show you the parts that we are swapping back out. I am leaving these BMR sway bars. They're staying in the car because they're not squeaking, and they still will help out with the suspension. So they're staying in. It's just the camber links and stuff like that that I am swapping out and putting the stock stuff back in. So I will put the car on my hoist, show you that, and then later this afternoon I'm taking it down to my buddy's shop in Hamilton, where he's going to do everything on it tomorrow and then do another alignment on it and give me the car back. So should be a good day. Really got to get a better mount for inside the car for my GoPro, so I'm not hanging on to it like a freaking buffoon. Thank God I don't have more than a 2-minute drive to work every day, because I'm already late. It's 8:05. My shop opens at 8 o'clock. But that's the advantage of being the owner. I'm always late. Oh look, my truck's outside. This is the other downfall to having my car as low as it is. They don't fit under there. Yes, we'll pop them out, but I still have to put them up on ramps and jack the car up and more boards, and it's just a giant pain in the ass. So this is what it's like to put my car on the hoist. Boards there, boards there. So I won't miss this.
I sure as fuck won't.
Oh, you'll miss it. It's a pain. So this aspect of lifting it up an inch, the hoist will actually fit underneath of it. So that I'm looking forward to. All right, well, it's up on the hoist now. So here's what I'm swapping out. These have already been swapped out. I do have these in BMR, but I swapped them out when we were trying to figure out what was making the noise, and honestly, I just never bothered putting them back in. So they're staying out. This one's coming out, and hard to see, but this upper one right there on both sides is coming out, as well as obviously my H&R springs. These are a 2-inch drop spring, and I want a 1-inch drop, which with that, then that's gonna have to come out because that's a shock relocation bracket, so that'll come out as well. So that, the springs, the lower and upper is all coming out, but the sway bar is gonna stay, as well as, I'm not sure if we can see the front one. Oh yeah, right there. The front one's gonna stay as well, because they're not making any noises. I will grease them again while I got the car up on the hoist, but that's what's getting done to the car, because like I said, I know some people probably don't care, but it drives me nuts. All I want to hear is my motor. I don't want to be hearing clunks and rattles and bangs and everything else. And I know when you do aftermarket parts, that kind of stuff does come. They don't all work the same way as a factory part, but I'm not into it. If it was just a straight race car and I was on the track all the time, then I wouldn't care. I really wouldn't care. But this is my cruising car. I do long trips in it, like it's going to Mustang Week in a couple weeks. So, well, I guess it's a couple more weeks. I think it's like 4 weeks away or something like that. Oh, look at that Harley coming in right now. Guy's got like 80 grand into it. Beautiful bike. And then I'm possibly driving it to Florida in October for Mustangs at Daytona. So the last thing I want to do is drive from Canada to the States listening to clunking and rattling and everything else. I had to deal with that when I drove it to Mustang Week last year. It was just horrendous, and I don't want to do it anymore. So this year we're changing it, and hopefully I'm making the right decision. But I think this will get rid of the noises, because it didn't have any noise at all when the factory suspension was in it. Yes, I will get a slight camber on my back tire. That's gonna suck. It will wear the inside of my tire a little bit more than it normally would, but honestly, I'd rather buy tires every other year or every year because of wear than have to listen to the clunks and squeaks. So anyway, I'm gonna clean up underneath here and grease the sway bars and get the car put back down, and then take it to Hamilton and leave it there till tomorrow when the car's done. Well, aside from getting gas, I take the car down to Hamilton, but it is freaking hot as hell outside right now. Thank God for AC. I don't know how anybody drives around without that stuff. Apparently I need fuel. Not sure what the fuel prices is wherever you guys are watching this video from, but currently here it's $1.29 per liter just for regular, which is sad to say, better than it has been. It's still absolutely crap. I remember when I first got my license, first got my first Mustang, which was a 1988 Fox body. Gas was 47 cents a liter, and I was bitching about that then. Look at us now. We've been as high as $2 a liter here in Canada. So when you see $1.29 like this gas station right here, it is better than it has been, but it is still absolutely ridiculous. Our government screws us when it comes to that kind of stuff. And you know, in the Mustang, I've got to run premium, so it's even more. I'm guessing I'm probably sitting around $1.50 right now, $1.59 for premium. Once I get up here, I'll look. But yeah, right now the car is not making any noise because, like I said, I haven't driven it. But once you drive it for a bit, it's like everything heats up, everything warms up, and just starts squeaking again, and it's aggravating as hell. But as of right now, the car sounds great. But once I get down to Myrtle Beach, where it's ridiculously hot, it's going to be unheard of heat for what I'm used to, because you know I live here in freaking Canada, and the car is probably going to squeak the whole time. So it did last time. When we were down there last year, every bump, every movement, you even getting in and out of the car, squeak, 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 squeak. It was just aggravating. But the weird part is, whenever it got wet or rained, because we did get some rain on the way down, the noise went away 100%. I have talked about that in previous videos that I've made about my suspension, as well as that BMR actually sent me out new parts under a warranty to try to correct the error, and it did fix it temporarily. And I haven't put many miles in the car. It's a pleasure vehicle. I don't drive it a lot. And even with only probably putting on maybe 6,000 or 7,000 kilometers on the BMR suspension, the noise is back. So for me, it's just too annoying. I can't do it. And as you've seen in the earlier part of my video, it's a pain in the ass to get in and out of my driveway, and also to get on the hoist. I don't like that. I like, yeah, it looks good, but I want the convenience of being able to go more places with my car, not having to worry about scrubbing, or heaven forbid running over roadkill or a dead animal on the side of the road or in the middle of the road and not tear off my front end. So anyway, let me get out, pump some gas, and we'll catch back up in a second. All right, guys, I got gas. It was $1.57 for 91. Ooh, look at this Shelby. Beautiful. Oh, sounds good too. Don't recognize him, but that is a beautiful car. I only put 91 in it because right now I'm running on a 91 tune. I do have a 93 tune programmed. Just 93 around here is hard to come by. Like, I got like 6 gas stations or 7 gas stations in my town alone, and only one runs 93. Pain in the ass. I miss it because on 93 this car is wild. I don't run E85 because here in Canada, or at least where I live in Canada, E85 is so hard to come by. I'd have a better chance of getting pixie dust out of Tinkerbell's ass than I will finding E85 around here. So I stick with 93, and for cruising around 91 because 93 isn't at all the gas stations. Downfall living in the country. Anyway, back to my suspension. I did talk to Steeda about my issues, and they have a version of the same things that BMR does, like, you know, any performance shop would. Their upper camber links, which is what I believe is making all my noise, I believe they're around $900 or $1,000 Canadian for the set, which is significantly more money than I paid for the BMR ones, and they probably are a lot better. And the guy at Steeda does assure me that this would get rid of that issue. But unfortunately, I'm not willing to spend the money, because my fear would be I'd spend that money, get them put in, get the car realigned, and then it's still making the noise. And then I'm going to be just aggravated as hell, yank it all out anyway, and end up going back to stock. So, another Mustang. So that's where I'm at with that. So I'm heading down right now to take the car to get all that stuff taken out. I'm not sure if you can hear right now, but let me turn the air off for a second. Not sure if you can hear it, but it literally sounds like somebody's taking a metal ball bearing and dropping it on steel. That's what I'm hearing right now in the passenger rear of my suspension. Because now it's warmed up. It's hot out. It's warmed up. The suspension's being used again, and I can't handle that noise. Like I said, you might not be able to pick it up in the camera, but I sure as hell can hear it while I'm driving. And I can only imagine people outside can hear it, which I don't want people thinking my car is a bucket of bolts, because it's really not. I know I shouldn't care, but I do. It is what it is. So I'm going to put it back to stock. Anyway, that's it for now on that. If you like the video, like, subscribe, all that fun shit. Stay weird. And until the next time, I will pick this video back up when I pick the car up and you see it raised back up, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Later. Just to take this back up for a quick second. Not sure if you can hear it, but listen. You hear all that noise? And this isn't even a rough frickin' road. That's insane. I hope you guys can hear it so you can understand my frustration, but holy crap, that is insane.